Right now, a lot of young people are struggling, whether it's with employment, buying their first home, renting, or with the uncertainty of the tariffs that are being imposed by the United States. What we will provide as a government and as a party is leadership. Leadership by way of Prime Minister Mark Carney, who has the economic experience in running both the Bank of Canada during the 2008 crisis, as well as the Bank of England during Brexit, and will provide stewardship of the economy that will enable more houses to be built. We're committing to building 500,000 homes per year, thereby increasing supply and over time access to homes for many young people. We will also ensure that the jobs of the future are created, incorporating AI, but not just AI, also incorporating a green transition that will enable lots of new jobs in the green economy. My family came to Canada as refugees in 1983, and like many within the Tamil community, we built our life for ourselves. Right now, our immigration numbers appear to be disconnected to both the housing market as well as the employment market. Right after COVID, we know that there's very high demand for workers. As I traveled the country, I noticed that lots of small communities, rural communities, and outside of big centers, there's a dire need for healthcare professionals, for service workers, for construction workers. So this demand will continue, but right now, as a government, we've paused immigration. In fact, for the first time, our population will decline year over year in order to ensure that our immigration system is fair, those bad actors are held to account, and that the education stream for international students is one that actually reflects the needs of our economy. So as we rebuild our economy, we will have an immigration system that is fair, that's accessible, and that will ensure that those who are coming into Canada will fit the skills that we need. But make no mistake, immigration is an integral part of what we need to do to build and grow our economy. One of the things that we see today is a lot of disinformation and really an attack on mainstream media and media outlets. In Canada, we know that many local newscasts have been shut down. Many newspapers have closed. In Scarborough alone, we lost the Scarborough Mirror just last year, displacing over 600 employees who worked for Metro. So today, we're in an era where big tech controls the news. They benefit financially from the content that's created by oftentimes independent journalists or news outlets. And what we try to do is to make sure that a small portion of their income is distributed to content creators, to journalists who are oftentimes struggling, in order that we can have Canadian content in our news mediums. Unfortunately, big tech didn't respond too well, and they have shut out Canadian media from their outlets, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Google. And what we will do as a government is to protect journalists, protect news outlets, protect content creators, and ensure that disinformation does not continue by way of fake news. Getting the news is so critical to our decision making, whether it is in politics, whether it is on purchasing decisions, or just sheer investigative journalism that leads towards structural and systemic change. So we need to protect that space, and we will do so in a manner that respects and adheres to the principles of free speech as well as freedom of the press. I don't know about you, but Canada is our home. It's my home. It's home to one of the largest Tamil diasporas in the world. We actually have nowhere else to go. And in the absence of that, we have to make sure that Canada remains a free, strong, united country. The tariffs imposed by President Trump has really unified the country in a way that we've seldom seen. And this unification, I'm hoping, will bring together everyone as Canadians first and foremost, but also respecting our individual differences, whether it's by faith, whether it's gender, whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's about our abilities, or strictly on Indigenous reconciliation. This is a moment for us to come together as one people, in the pursuit of creating and building the greatest country in the world. My inspiration for politics in many ways started with the Tamil community, the people that I worked with, whether it is young people through the Canadian Tamil Youth Development Center, or through some of the work I did at the United Nations with people like the families of the disappeared. My thirst for justice and human rights was inspired by this community as I grew up watching the atrocities that took place against Tamil people, and making sure that we have a voice to advocate for issues of accountability and justice for the Tamil genocide that happened. That is what my entire life, adult life, has been about. And today I'm fortunate to be in a place and in a space where I have a seat at the table where the decisions are made. And my role here is to advocate not just for the Tamil community, but use that inspiration to advocate for greater fairness, equity, and human rights, not just in Canada, but around the world. My absolute most favorite place in Canada is Haida Gwaii. It is off the west coast of Prince Rupert in British Columbia. I've been there twice already. If you get a chance, you should go to Gowanus, which is a part of the National Park System. Just earlier this year, I was fortunate to be able to sign off and recognize the Aboriginal title to Haida Gwaii to the Haida people. It is one of the most spectacular places on earth, and every time I go there, my heart is at peace, my soul is at peace. It is pristine, the people are just full of love, and an incredible place that we need to visit at least once in our lifetime.